Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the 10 worst disasters in human history. From deadly pandemics and devastating famines to powerful natural disasters and tragic wars, these events shaped our world in ways we can still feel today. Make sure you stick around to the end, because some of these tragedies are beyond imagination. 1. The Black Death, 1347 to 1351. The Black Death was the deadliest pandemic the world has ever seen. It spread across Europe and Asia, wiping out between 75 and 200 million people, nearly half of Europe's population. Streets were filled with carts carrying the dead, entire towns disappeared, and fear changed the course of history. This disaster transformed economies, religions, and even art forever. 2. Shaanxi Earthquake, China, 1556. In 1556, China was shaken by the most deadly earthquake ever recorded. With a magnitude close to 8, it struck the Shaanxi province, killing an estimated 830,000 people. The destruction was so massive that houses carved into cliffs collapsed instantly, burying thousands alive. It remains the deadliest earthquake in human history. 3. The Great Chinese Famine, 1959 to 1961, a combination of failed government agricultural policies and natural disasters, led to one of the most tragic famines of modern times. Between 15 and 45 million people died of starvation. Families were torn apart, villages were abandoned, and the memory of this famine still haunts China to this day. 4. Spanish flu pandemic, 1918 to 1919. Right after World War I, when the world was already exhausted, the Spanish flu struck. It infected about 1/3 of the world's population, killing between 40 and 50 million people. What made it terrifying was how quickly it spread. Healthy young adults would feel fine in the morning and be dead by nightfall. Hospitals overflowed, and mass graves were dug across continents. 5. Mount Tambora eruption, Indonesia, 1815. When Mount Tambora erupted, it was the most powerful volcanic eruption in modern history. The explosion was heard thousands of kilometers away. Over 71,000 people were killed directly, but the aftermath was even worse. The ash cloud blocked sunlight, causing global climate change. 1816 became known as the year without a summer. Crops failed worldwide, leading to famine and unrest across Europe and beyond. 6. Indian Ocean tsunami, 2004. On December 26, 2004, a massive earthquake of magnitude 9.1 shook the ocean floor off Indonesia. Within minutes, giant waves rose and slammed into 14 countries. Entire coastal towns were wiped off the map, and around 230,000 people lost their lives. It shocked the modern world, reminding us that even with technology, nature's power is still unstoppable. 7. Chernobyl nuclear disaster, 1986, Ukraine. A late-night safety test went horribly wrong. An explosion at Reactor 4 released massive amounts of radiation into the air. Dozens died instantly, but the long-term effects were far worse. Tens of thousands developed cancer, and whole cities, like Pripyat, were abandoned forever. Chernobyl became a haunting reminder of the dangers of nuclear power when things go wrong. 8. World War II, 1939 to 1945. The deadliest conflict in human history. From Europe to Asia, millions of soldiers and civilians perished. Between 70 and 85 million lives were lost, and the war ended with a terrifying new weapon, the atomic bomb. The bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki killed over 200,000 people instantly, forever changing the face of war. World War II reshaped global politics, technology, and humanity's understanding of its own destructive power. 9. Yellow River flood, China, 1939. Known as the most catastrophic flood in human history. Heavy rains caused the Yellow River to overflow, submerging massive areas of land. Between 1 and 4 million people drowned, starved, or died from disease that followed. The sheer scale of this disaster made it one of the darkest chapters in China's history. The Great Irish Famine, 1845 to 1852. For Ireland, potatoes were not just food, they were survival. But in 1845, a disease destroyed the potato crop. Year after year, harvests failed, leading to starvation and desperation. Around 1 million people died, and over 2 million emigrated, mostly to the United States. The famine reshaped Ireland's population, culture, and history forever. Outro. From pandemics to wars, from famines to natural disasters, these events remind us how fragile human life can be. But they also remind us of something else, human resilience. Despite unimaginable suffering, humanity continues to endure, rebuild, and move forward. Which of these disasters shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon